Hey guys, what's up? Ben here from Gifyyy Photo Booth. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm going to try my best to do this pretty quickly, maybe like 20, 30 minutes of your time, but I want it to be really valuable to you as well. I know you've probably, I'm going to guess that you've already seen Gifyyy somewhere. You have an idea what it's all about. You've seen the website, but websites can only do so much. I really want you to be informed as much as possible about what Gifyyy really is and what it could do for you, and see if you're the right fit for it as well. So just stick around, and I will accomplish these over the next 20 or 30 minutes. I want to introduce Gifyyy to you, give you a more in-depth view about what it can do and what it actually is as a photo booth alternative. I want to answer the question, is Gifyyy right for you? And I want to show what Gifyyy can do for you if it is the right thing for you. Um, I I think it's really important for people to know that I'm a full-time wedding photographer here in Chicago. I run a company called This Is Feeling Photography. It's a fine art documentary wedding photography company that has a staff of four other guys. We all work together and create beautiful wedding photography for our couples. I put my heart and soul into this company, and I've spent a lot of time refining it. And I learned early on, it's good to be a creative, but you got to be a businessman too, or businesswoman. So I learned business pretty early on, and I'm so grateful I did, because I'm able to make a healthy life for my family. I have a daughter and I have a son on the way. So life is changing for me pretty quickly. We have some amazing users right now. This isn't just a product that I just made for myself, and it's cool to see the response from the world. Sam Hurd, really amazing photographer, has a Gifyyy, and he freaking loves that thing. I Heart New York, Lindsay Height. What I love about our users is that they're good at what they do. They're really committed to their craft, and they really see how Gifyyy is filling a need. And Gifyyy really does come from a place of need. Like I was ready to spend $6, $7, $8,000 for a workable photo booth solution that I could add to my wedding photography business, but they were just all so complex, and I just felt like they had too many options and were going to be too much work, almost like too powerful. And I just didn't want to invest that much money into something that I felt like wasn't going to fit my brand as well as it could. So I want to share, like, I'm guessing most of you probably know the struggle, the photo booth burnout. Like you probably you might have like done a do-it-yourself photo booth, or you purchased like a really beautiful shell, something that costs like $8,000, $9,000, and you took it out of the box and you realize, oh, dude, this is a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. And eventually you just come to the point, it's not worth the work. You might have run it for like a year, made like, maybe made like $5,000 or $6,000, or you paid that off from your initial investment. But it ended up being too much work and getting in the way of you being a creative. A lot of photo booths are just heavy. They require staffing. They're complex to set up, take 40 minutes. You need a backdrop and props and all that crap. A printer, don't even get me started with printers. There's software complexities. So then, you purchase this beautiful shell, and then, you have to set up software. I know someone that bought a $9,000 shell, took it out of the box, realized they had to find software for it, and never set the thing up, never even used it. Spent $9,000, buyer's remorse. They just got busy, didn't incorporate, the brand didn't follow up with them to push them and help them out, and $9,000 in the hole, still sitting in the box. Most of all, your time. I'm 34 years old. I'm 33. I'll be 34 next month. You kind of forget after 30, right? As I said, I have an 18-month-old daughter and a son on the way, and you realize time is the most precious currency, man. You're not going to get that back. And then another part of the struggle, post-event delivery. Like, okay, if you have a printer, you're dealing with printer issues, but like if you don't have a printer, you're like, oh God, how do I get this content to the people at the event? Oh, you have to create an online gallery, you have to create URL cards. So you're thinking 4 or 5 days ahead of the event. That's taking your time. And then you have to do gallery services, delivery. It just takes up a lot of time. And then the last thing is brand recognition and relationship. Are you really offering something that's unique to your market, and is it benefiting your brand, or is it just another photo booth? That's really important. Are you building a relationship with your clients where like you actually love your product and they love you for that as well, and they see that energy? So as I said, we created Gifyyy. I did create it originally for myself, and I wanted it to look really beautiful and be simple, and I designed it to look good. Like, I use like hold fast gear, and I wear Banana Republic on the wedding day. Like, I think presentation is really important. And there's a good mix between both functionality and presentation. Form and function, you want them both hand in hand. And I know we've done that with Gifyyy. It just looks so good. And we put a lot of time into making sure it continues to look good. No, it does not include 2 iPads. You're looking at a center photo, you're getting excited. Sorry, guys. That's just a reference photo to show you that it holds both the 12-inch and the 9-inch iPads. So you have your option of both of those, which is actually pretty unique to our light. Most photo booth solutions like this only have the 9-inch option, so it's cool. Like, I love that Pro 12-inch in there. We got some new awesome accessories, including a front plate that covers the iPad, so people don't even know it's an iPad. But we have a business card holder, and we have a battery pack. The thing is freaking cord free. You could run that for 8 hours in the middle of a field, backyard wedding, and it's just simple. You pull it out, you plug it in, and you're done. You don't have to find power cords or use gaffer tape. You don't have to worry about people tripping over stuff. Not a worry at all. And I'm just going to face that right away. People are like, oh man, like, did people steal the iPad? Does that thing get knocked over? No, 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 no. People always think that. I'm surprised how many times people ask that question, but we have over 100 users, and we have no experience with it falling over or iPads being stolen. It's been totally fine. It's stable enough. We did have one time where a drunk dude intentionally pile drove the thing. There's a company called Seth and Beth Photography. He posted on the user group, hey, I had this drunk guy like just literally intentionally run into it and knock it over as if he was a football player. But it was cool because he made the post because he said it survived. Like, there were no broken parts or anything. He just lifted the thing back up and it was fine. So no worries with that, guys. Okay, so the Gifyyy ecosystem. The cool thing about like Gifyyy is it is an ecosystem. It's an all-in-one solution. It is 100% ready to go 10 minutes out of unboxing it for the very first time. The ecosystem includes the simplicity of a complete photo booth solution. Our philosophy is keep it simple from the ground up. We want the most simple and portable photo booth solution out there. It's portable, it's automated. Once you set it up, you don't even have to man it. You don't need a backdrop, you don't need props. You set it up, you walk away from it, you do your job as a wedding photographer, whatever the heck you're doing at that event. And it's simple, 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 simple. After the initial setup, you're talking less than 2 minutes, not only to set up an event, but also to set up the hardware as well. So really within a 2-minute period, you could 100% be up and running. Deliveries taken care of, content deliveries taken care of, post-marketing, everything. 2 minutes of your time is all you need per event. The hardware looks amazing. It feels good. You're getting all the hardware right out of the box. You don't need add-ons or anything like that. The app, you get very simple iOS app. We're iOS only. We only use iPads. iOS is very stable, it's compatible, it works really, really well. And then there's this other part that a lot of people don't realize. You also get a web account that does the gallery hosting, text message sending, delivery. There's marketing tools, information capture, data capture. It's so powerful. And again, it's simple. We made it simple. And this is all included in the cost of Gifyyy. When you purchase Gifyyy, it's yours. We're not going to like lock you into monthly subscriptions. We're not going to make you put the Gifyyy name on it. You can brand it however you want. It's white label software. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So there's also like an offline event option, which I'm going to get into later on. There's a per event cost for for the use of the online gallery and the text messaging and all that. That does cost some money, so there's a per event cost, and I'll get into that in just a little bit. Why no iPad? Um, because we wanted to save you guys money. People ask this all the time, like, why is there no iPad? Well, if we include an iPad, we'd have to include a new iPad. Well, new iPads are $500 to $900, and then we'd have to charge for service and the time and text or text. Oh, what am I trying to say? Any tech support. All that costs our company money, and we'd have to put that on to you as a consumer. So we'd have to add $1,000, $1,200 to the cost of Gifyyy. Well, Apple already has great support, and you can get used iPads for like $200. I have 3 iPads. I bought them all for less than $200. They work great. Went on Amazon, no worries. So yeah, it's just unnecessary. And also, most people have iPads. I'm surprised. Most people are like, yeah, I already have one, have this one, have that one. Okay, cool, no worries. You just need an iPad 4th generation Retina or newer. Most people have iPad Air 1s and 2s, and the new Pros work really great too. Um, I, I love Giphy because it's small and portable. 12 pounds fits into that bag. Um, I'm showing you that reference photo on the left because that's a digital SLR and an iPhone. It really is small. It packs up really easily, so it's so portable and so easy to move around. Um, we only do text message delivery, and we did a lot of tests, and the idea is, again, simplicity and speed. We want quick turnaround at an event. We don't want lines. We don't want people dealing with like entering their emails and putting incorrect characters in and keyboards. And people don't have fake phone numbers. They're not going to like stick a fake phone number in there. They get this cool animated GIF and they're like, oh, I want that. And then there's a send button and they want it. So they enter their phone number. It doesn't feel invasive to people. So they punch it in and then they get this text, and then on the right side you see like what they see. They get this individual view. They don't have to download an app or anything. It just uses their phone web browser. So again, it's very non-invasive. And people feel like it's like theirs once it's on their phone. So they don't feel like they're entering their data in some kiosk or something like that. So I want to share a little bit about I want to do some math with you, okay? And I think this is really important because I want to share with people like what they could be putting on the table by not using something like Giphy. And a really important part of this is like, remember, Giphy is simple. You could apply this to any photo booth or any add-on item in your company, but this is a simple solution. It's not going to take too much time. You just bring the unit, set it up. Remember, 2 minutes per event. That's it. You don't have to do anything before or after. And I think a really good distinction for the people that are listening to this to know is, are you a hobbyist, a lifestyle professional, or a career-oriented professional? Because I think Giphy will benefit each and every single one of you. The hobbyist is a person doing like 2 to 3 weddings a year. They have a spouse that's making the money. They just love photography. They kind of geek out with it. And it's really just a hobby. The lifestyle people, you know who you are. You shoot like 15 to 25 weddings a year. You're really focused on the now. Generally like very committed to your craft, but you don't want it to take over your life. You want to go on vacation. You want to like take that quick weekend trip. You don't want to be like pounded down by like difficult clients or like customer service and all that junk. Okay, totally get it. And then there's like the career people. You are hungry for knowledge. You are seeing it. You're seeing the long-term 10, 15 years of commitment. You're putting money away into the IRA account and the savings account at the end of the year. You're taking care of a family. You're probably the money maker for your family, and you're constantly learning. I am the career oriented with my company for sure. I took business classes early on, so I relate as a creative for sure. I am a creative, but I just kind of tacked on that extra skill of learning business. Now, the cool thing about Giphy is you're you don't have to use it too much to really make something amazing, like in the long term. Like if you do like 15 events a year, $600 each, and that's very average, okay? 600 events. I feel like anyone with Giphy can do 15 events. That's like $9,000 of gross profit, right? Or gross. Like that's a good amount of money. And since Giphy has these tools to like be able to like keep in touch with people, and it's just a really cool thing. Like I'm pretty sure you'd book about 7 events from those 15 just from word of mouth and people seeing that at the end of the day. So that's another $4,200. So that second year you might earn $13, $14, $15,000. So it's starting to grow. Now if you do like 5 years of this, just being lazy, really just it's in your network. People know what it is. They know it's available. You're making the offer. Dude, that's $62,000. And if you take that $62,000 and you just stick it in an investment account, never touch that again for 20 years, at the end of that 20 years, you're going to have $240,000. That's a lot of money. What could you do with that money? And it's easy. It's like easy. Like literally, 5-year commitment to something that like you could easily make some extra money on. $240,000. Now, if you're that career-oriented, like semi-boss style, 5 years, $20,000 profit, dude. If you invest that again, just 5 years, $20,000 profit, stick that in an account with a 7% return, you're looking at $500,000. Man, I'm giving my daughter her dream wedding for sure. I'm sending my kids to college, and I'm going to pay off that mortgage. If it's not paid, it's going to be paid off in 20 years for sure. But the idea is like, sending 2 kids to college and giving my daughter the dream wedding. I'll still have like $300,000 to be able to give to my wife and myself for something that we want to earn. I want to share with you like the gallery side of things because a lot of people don't see that on our website. You can see it's fully brandable. It's very simple. It's clean. I mean, you can put your own logo on it. You can upload whatever logo you want. You can upload a PNG file for like this GIF overlay, anyone else's logo, company logo, an event logo, text, hashtag, whatever. It gets burned onto that GIF like that. And on the right side, you're seeing like what someone gets from the text. They get a text message, they click it, and boom, this individual GIF appears. And what you can do with that is pretty powerful. There's all sorts of share buttons. You'll see Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, email. And when people click one of those, it says, okay, if you want a shareable version of this GIF, enter your email. We'll send it to you. And we convert it from a GIF to a movie file, and then we automatically send the email for you. So again, you're not doing this. Our system's doing this. And look at a socially shareable version of that GIF. But the cool thing is when they enter their email, it gets saved into the event. So when you go to the event management, you're going to see a list of, look at all these phone numbers, look at all these emails that one event has collected. And you can copy and paste that into your database, send them soft marketing, send them reminders, let them know like when their event's done. If you want to, you could copy and paste and do that stuff manually. But this send a bulk text message box, again, we've made it one step easier for you. You can type in whatever message you want in there within 160 characters, and you can invite them back to your Facebook page. You can invite them to your website. You can say, hey, thanks for partying with us. Check out all the gifts at this link, and you can give them the master gallery link. So it's a great way to build a relationship with these people and get them back to your website, which is a tool. Your website's a tool to get people interested in you, or a Facebook page. So there's some really powerful marketing tools with Gifyyy. And this is an example of the management screen. So you can see we give you all the stats, how many images have captured, how many phone numbers you have. You can rename events, event location. You can add like the clickback link. So that logo at the top of the link is actually clickable. So you can define the URL it goes to. This is where you upload the GIF overlay and the logo. So it's quite powerful. Remember, this is all included with your Gifyyy purchase. So next I want to talk through some objections, because if it's good to have objections. Like that means like you have that struggle between your heart and your head. Like your heart's like, dude, this is awesome. Like let's make something out of this. It's fun. It's new. It's fresh. It will fit in my business without being too complex. But then your head's like, yeah, but dude, it's just an iPad. I can do it myself. Yeah, sure. You can. But I don't think it is just an iPad. I think the cool thing about Gifyyy is like people see it and it's more about the experience. It's a clean, fresh, workable experience. It does all the work. And that's not just for you. That's for the client too. Like they like that they get that text message right away. They like that it's saved on an online gallery and it's got their wedding photographer logo on it. They like that it's got their name on that gallery and that doesn't have some other company name on it. So it's pretty cool that like most people that are renting Gifyyy, like most wedding clients and stuff, it's like they don't see it as an iPad. Especially if you get that iPad cover, you just cover that iPad up, no worries at all. People don't even question it. So a lot of photographers ask, it's just an iPad. Is the camera like strong enough, powerful enough? Yes. It's fine. It works. We've been doing this for over 2 years. We have a lot of experience with it. Our users are totally rocking it. It works. And the cool thing is you're not even competing with the photo booth market. People in the photo booth market, people know when they want prints and they know when they want something like a photo booth. And the cool thing about like Gifyyy is like most of the people that reach out to us now for renting Gifyyy is like, they're like, oh my gosh, like I wasn't even looking for a photo booth, but this is the perfect solution. Like it's new, it's different, it's fresh. I'm totally in. It's such an easy sell to people that don't want a photo booth. So you're kind of like marketing to this huge market that is like untapped. Like no one's giving these people an option. There's like the people that want the photo booth, but then there's the people that don't want the photo booth. And you're in that market. You're in the people that don't want a photo booth market. So you give them a voice and you give them something to bring to their wedding, and they get it and they love it. The whole print thing, it doesn't print. I put zombies because so many people are just. It's kind of like zombie culture. It's like everyone's like, oh, it's a photo booth. Does it print? And the thing is, it's just a question. My favorite answer to that is, well, like, do you want prints? And like 75% of people are like, no, we just want to make sure. Like, how do my guests get the content? How do they get the GIF? I'm like, oh, it sends via text, and they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, like right away, like at your wedding, like it'll send a text message, and they're like, what? That's so cool, and they get really excited about it. And for the 25% of people that say, yeah, they're like, yeah, we do want to print. Cool, no worries, man. Yeah, it doesn't print, but it does send instant text messages. So people, if you want that like instant connectivity at your wedding, and it shares via Instagram and Snapchat, and some people are actually, oh, that's pretty cool. So sometimes it even converts those people that want prints. But usually people that want prints, they know they want it. But other people, the prints really don't matter with photo booths, and a lot of people just don't even think it's necessary these days. Do I get all the files? Of course you do. There's a download all button that you can generate for your clients, and the online gallery stays up indefinitely, so they'll have access to all those files on the online gallery. What about older people? Well, look at this beautiful photo by Sam Hurd. Thank you, man. And if you remember the first photo from this slideshow, there's like this old guy totally on fire in front of it, and old people love it. I honestly think like old people love it more than young people because it gives them an excuse to kind of like lighten up. They've been to every party, they've been to every wedding, they've seen every photo booth. They have not seen this. This is like the bananas for them, man. Sometimes they have more fun than like kids on it, so it's pretty cool. So Gifyyy is really committed to making sure that you succeed on all sorts of levels. We don't just want you to buy this item and suffer through incorporating it. And I do tell people it does take some work to it's going to take like a few months to get incorporated into your business. There's no such thing as free money. You got to work for it. But the beauty is once you do incorporate it into your business, it's simple. It's simple. So the continued work, the longer term work is really, really simple with Gifyyy. And we have a private Facebook user group where we all share ideas and questions, and we have very, very good tech support. To date, we've never had an issue with technical issues with like the galleries or anything. I mean, Amazon S3 went down earlier this year, but like half the internet also went down when that happened. So it was only down for about 4 hours, and it was like on a Wednesday. But in terms of like Gifyyy errors or issues, it's something that's like non-existent. But we do have tech support that's very responsive as well. But one of the cool things about Gifyyy is you have these optional like packs that you can add on. There's a promo pack, and it's really all the content to get you started as soon as possible once you purchase Gifyyy. It includes an unbranded promotional video that you can pop onto Facebook or your website. Or you can send via email to all your current clients. And there's product photographs, there's action photographs of people using Gifyyy. There's even an editable pricing document, so it's like you can open it up in Photoshop, change the prices, change the logo, move things around, and really make the pricing your own. So it's really there to help you. You can create all this content yourself, but it's at least like 10, 15 hours of work. So again, boom, we're just saving that off and saving you time. There's also a workflow pack. The workflow pack is incredible. It's basically it's like the promo pack, but like we made it for the post booking workflow. And what I mean by that is like, what questions do you ask when people book? What about the questionnaire form? Like, what about client expectation? There's emails that you can send like 2 weeks before an event to make sure the client is very clear with what Gifyyy needs, and like even like little things like, hey, do you have a parking pass for us? So we've included like a workflow for how to automate 90% of the post booking workflow, especially if you have like studio management software like Tave or 17 Hats or something like that. There's a rental agreement document, so you don't have to like copy and paste and guess and make up a contract. We just give you one that like is actually really amazing. We do recommend you have your attorney review it. I have to legally say that because we can't give legal advice. There's a questionnaire document. So what questions do you ask when someone books? There's actually a lot of questions that are super helpful. It's basically going to eliminate clients asking questions in the future because we're covering that in the questionnaire document. And then canned responses. What emails and responses are you going to need for like very common questions throughout the booking process and before the event? So we just give you all of these. This is about the numbers. Like I spent personally, I have my own like mini Gifyyy brand in Chicago, and I rent it out. I'm really busy. I have a family. I have a full-time business, wedding photography business, and I run Gifyyy too. And I don't have much time to like rent it out. I only invest $100 a month into advertising for renting it in Chicago. And look at this. Look, the $36,800. That's just in 2016. And I promise you, I did not put too much work into it. I answered some emails. I took some bookings. I do have some really good friends of mine that just take the bookings. So I don't even do these photo booth jobs anymore. And this is this. Also, I want to be clear about this too. This, sorry, my calendar is like, oh, you all just got a peek at my calendar. Okay, this is very much like, and this is not at weddings. These are like, you can see like Radisson Client Appreciation Party, Sarah Budding Gifyyy. That was like that was a birthday party. Whirlpool Company Party, 15th birthday. And you can see the prices really vary a lot on these. Like, I really wanted to start doing more birthday parties. So I did someone's like 1 hour party for like $125. But then you have like this Cars.com Fulton Market party, like $1,700. It was a corporate party. So, you can really, there's a lot of opportunity for not just weddings, but parties and whatnot. So these weren't even my own weddings. These were just additional jobs. And yeah, like what could you do with $36,000, right? The numbers just don't lie, guys. And it's really cool because Gifyyy users are definitely seeing numbers. There's this one company that bought one unit in May of 2016. By December, they had 100 events booked. They had made over $50,000. In December alone, they did 40 events because December's always a crazy event month. So like they actually purchased a second unit from us in November, and then we had to send them a lender unit. We rented them a unit for like these 2 weekends. They had like way too many events. So and it was really cool because at the end of December, this company reached out to me and they were like, "We just want to thank you. We were actually really not in a good spot in early 2016. They have 3 staff. They have payroll, and they just weren't in a good spot. They weren't making the money they needed to be making. And they said we wouldn't have made it through 2016 without Gifyyy." I was like, I was shocked, man. It was amazing to hear that. And then actually in January, we heard 2 similar stories from companies that said how grateful they were for Gifyyy because it increased their bottom line by so much, and it just gave them like a comfortable place to not worry about savings in the future. And I was like, thank you for telling me that. That is so beautiful. So again, guys, it goes back to like those 15 events. Anyone can book 15 events a year. Anyone can get a Gifyyy unit paid off within 6 months just by being lazy. Not lazy. I say lazy, but I'm a career-oriented person. I'm one of those hungry people. So you're going to have to work a little bit at it. But once you do that work, guys, 15 events a year is not that difficult. You just got to ask yourself, what can you get? What can you get out of $9,000 savings a year? 10,000, 15,000. So guys, thank you so much. I so appreciate you just sticking through with this. Again, I want to be like really upfront about like pricing and whatnot. Again, Gifyyy, we don't force you to use the Gifyyy name. This is not a franchise model. This is not like rent the booth from us and we'll take a percentage of your fee or your booking. It's very much like you purchase it, you make it your own. Again, you can use the software in offline mode. That's free for life. It's basically going to an event and having like the Gifyyy magic, but you would have to self-fulfill it. So you'd have to copy those from the iPad and send it to the client. But if you want to use all the online tools, which is like a huge part of the ecosystem, right? The automatic uploading, the text messaging, the powerful marketing tools after an event to be able to keep in touch with people, collecting the data. Basically, how we priced it was like we didn't want to do a monthly model because there's so many monthly models out there. Everyone's looking for a monthly commitment, and I get that. But we believe in our product so much. The way we see it is like, listen, we're just going to charge you a per event price. So if you make a booking, cool, then you pay for those features. That's it. It's just $39 an event. So if you're doing like $600 for a photo booth, just charge $650. Put it on the client. Done, taken care of. It's not eating into your profits. And those features alone are going to be worth that money. Collecting all that data, adding it to your database, that's going to be huge for like your future business. And again, like we're aware of like, you know, there are other solutions out there, but they're not 100% complete. Like they don't have the hardware, they don't have the software, they don't have the online capabilities. It's not white label. Someone else's logo is going to be on it. If you are paying for white label software, you are definitely looking at $200 to $300 a month to access that software. You have to be a super power user. And if you think about it, that's, you know, just 12 months, $200 to $300. That is a cost of one Gifyyy unit. So it's fine. You can go that route. But what I love about Gifyyy is like we are an all-inclusive brand. We have everything, and we have the users, and we have the community. And once you're in the community, we do our best to do about monthly webinars. It's something that we just started in 2017. And we want to empower and educate our users too. So once you're in that private Facebook user group, we're gonna have these webinars to educate you to continue building your brand. It's really amazing. So guys, thanks so much. I really appreciate you coming on board and giving me your time. And basically, jump on Gifyyy.com. Go to Gifyyy.com/shop. You'll find like all sorts of purchase options. We have 3 different kits right now. And if you send us an email, we're going to give you a discount code just as a thank you for getting through this. Save you a few $100. Just info@Gifyyy.com or use a contact form on the website. But If you guys have any questions, let us know. Like, we'll jump on the phone with you. We'll talk you through your business and your goals, and we'll see if Gifyy's right for you. Or if you're ready to buy, just jump on the shop and boom, purchase it. We're in stock. We're ready to go, and we can get it shipped to you as soon as possible. So thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate your time, and have a great day.